Looks like we got a couple people coming in. I'll wait till I get about 5 people or so before we really start talking about some stuff. Um, if anybody wants to chat in the comments, everybody's welcome to do so. All right, looks like we got people coming in now. So, who do we have in the comments? Everybody kind of throw something out there if you got anything. Just say hi to everybody or whatever. And once we get, a couple minutes in, we'll start talking about some stuff. Hopefully, I get a couple people to join the live. And if anybody's in the comments and wants to join the live, come up here, hang out, talk about, car stuff, whatever the case. There's a link in the comments, and that link will bring you to StreamYard. Then you just type in your name and you're in. So. Anybody in the comments? Got 5 people. Nobody talking. Come on, somebody do something. Hey, Crash. Yep, you made it on time. Less than 3 minutes in. How's things going up there? You working on anything? Hopefully we get a couple more people in, or somebody talking at least. I'm not just sitting here talking to myself, but that happens. That's fine. Probably get a couple more people to join a little bit later on. Start a little bit earlier than normal. Sometimes I like to start 8:30, maybe 9 o'clock, but running a little bit earlier here now, just after 8. You're shopping for headlights for your van, yeah? It doesn't sound extremely exciting, but at least it's something to keep you busy. So we got 5 people in here now. Hopefully we get a couple more people going, and then we'll start talking about projects or whatever the case. The goal is to talk to you guys about what you have going on, as well as sharing things that I got going on as well. So if anybody wants to share what they're working on or projects or anything like that, please do. Please tell us, tell people watching and everybody else, what are you working on? What are you doing? And just hang out. And we'll be, hopefully at least, getting a few more people coming in here, 5-10 minutes or so, once we start get things rolling, getting more people in. I'm going to keep occasionally posting the link to join in the comments here. So, and then if you click that, it'll bring you to StreamYard, and it'll give you a option to join the live. Otherwise, if you're just watching on YouTube and want to hang out in the comments, that's all good too. That's always good. And a little later, I'll talk about this really cool poster that I got from, as you can see right here, Hoosier Garage from good buddy Adam. Really cool poster. My camera's kind of funny. It doesn't do it justice at all, but just received this today. I got it hanging up kind of just clipped to my whiteboard for now until I get something else more permanent for it. But it's really cool. It's got his van up there. He's got it's got his duster he's working on kind of up. Sorry, directions are backwards. Up here and then down here, and then this car, the 71 Satellite. Me and my dad used to own that car. So through me and another person that went through, found its way to Adam. You're putting a 383 together when you get a few minutes here and there. Can what be done by phone? Mopar Nut 62 in the chat. Oh, Mofo Driver dropped a Hoosier Garage poster mail call. Yeah. I haven't seen that yet. I'll have to look at that. But yeah, really, really cool poster. Really well done. Really great artwork. And like I said, you can't really see it on the screen and stuff, but a lot of actual like really really good like details and stuff. And maybe Adam will jump in here. I don't know, or maybe he'll at least come in the comments. I don't know. I don't know if he's busy tonight, but if he does, I'll definitely give him an opportunity to promote and share this because I know he's starting to work on stuff like that. Oh, the link to get, yeah, phones are funny about that. Probably have to just try it a different time. Phones are funny about that. Smoke Ranch Garage, how's it going? Going pretty good. Pretty good. Just waiting for a couple people to jump in here, and we'll get talking about what everybody's working on project wise. If anybody wants to talk about anything, everybody's welcome to do so. I do have somebody backstage here. That their name they put on here is 70TA Tony. I'm not sure who that is. They're definitely welcome to join. But I'm getting a thing saying they need to connect their mic/cam before that I can add them to the stream. So, Tony, if you're having problems with that, or if there's a button you need to push, I don't know. I don't know what it looks like on your end. But once I get an opportunity to let you in, if you're still waiting to jump in, you're welcome. But yeah, we're getting a few people in here. Mopar Nut, you still in here? And also, I'm gonna ask, is the audio okay? Can you guys hear me okay? Because if not, I can plug in my mic. And that'll give a little bit better audio if this is not working. Hey, Cope. How's it going? Okay, audio sounds fine. just because to test it out might work a little bit better. I've had audio problems in the past. Hopefully, maybe this helps. Maybe it helps, maybe it doesn't. But got it anyways. And just an update, I still do have TA Tony back here, so I don't know if he's having technical difficulties or not. But what I'm gonna do, just because I'm gonna kick, I'm gonna drop you out of the backstage, and then if you go through and rejoin, it might work. But anybody else that wants to join, hey Adam, we were just talking about your poster and stuff a minute ago. Yeah, yeah, got some color back there. Yeah, that poster showed up, and the actual like details and the colors and everything is really really cool on it. Really really good job on that. Really high quality artwork. So, and then again, I did for anybody that's thinking about joining or jumping on the stream, I did put the link is in the comments. Um, so yeah, yeah, the quality of the print, that it's all really really nice. Excuse me. Yeah, everything turned out great. Um, and you really start looking at all the different things up close when you actually get to have the poster and stuff. You really get to start seeing all the details and stuff. I just think it's cool. I was telling some of the people that that 71 satellite that we used to have that. So that makes it also a little bit special for me at least. It's pretty cool. That was one of the best things about you ending up with that car is I get to see it again. Yeah, yeah, definitely cool that I get to see that car again, and um, I know you're gonna take real good care of it and do it the way or very close to the way that I would have done it. Crash is asking about posters. Um, I can't really speak for Adam and Hoosier Garage as far as the exact process, but I believe he's still doing some. And Adam's in here, and Adam, I mean, depending on if yeah, I don't know what you're doing or anything, but once we get people on here, if you feel like jumping on here and promoting some of that stuff, showing off some of that stuff, you're welcome to it. So that's just up to you if you got time or want to do something like that. Yeah, it is a really, really good looking poster. Yeah, eventually I'll actually probably get this little corner of this room set up a little bit better, get rid of some of these cords and stuff, so looks a little nicer, a little bit more better setup. But Yeah, definitely add some color. Okay, yeah, Adam was saying that, as you can see in the comments stuff. It's a matter of PayPal or Venmo, and once he gets enough people together, he can place a bulk order. My cat just jumped into the ceiling. Get down. Oh yeah, Adam. I mean, it's not a whole lot going on right now. If you feel like doing a little thing about it, or talking about it, or sharing stuff about it, go for it. It's completely yours, and I'll completely, you know, kind of hand over the microphone, so to speak, if you want to. You don't have to, but if you feel like it or want to, you're welcome to it. This first hour is going to be probably pretty slow. Some people are still working or getting off work, and some people are going to be, eating dinner or whatever, and don't want to come jumping on a live or whatever. So it's just whatever you want to do. If you feel like it, yeah. But for anybody that sees that poster and is like, hey, that's cool. I want to maybe think about getting one of those. Um, Adam is the guy to go to. Hoosier Garage. Um, as you can see, his logo there, and he's in the comments. Uh, Definitely check out his stuff and his channel too. I mean, it's just back to back to back, showing all kinds of stuff that people doing metalwork and other things like that can learn from. And just not to go on a little rant or anything, but I'm just impressed at the quality of work that he puts together every single time. Yeah, hey heavens, Mopars. I just watched your video the other day about the kind of no name recap from last year. That was very cool. Kind of going back, looking through that stuff, kind of almost reliving it a little bit. It was really cool to see that. It's only one problem with No Name Nationals last year. It's that I didn't have a car. And this year, if everything goes according to plan, will be different. Yeah, you're Adam, you're doing a great job with everything you're doing. Everything you're doing is just awesome. Yeah, if anybody hasn't subscribed to Adam at Hoosier Garage, definitely do. That's all right. It's all right, Scott. You got plenty of time to do a whole lot of stuff. I'm in a little bit of a slump right now. I'm out of content. I got I had a bunch of stuff going on, but I have nothing filmed. I'm supposed to have a video out tomorrow, and I got nothing. So I'm definitely trying to stay on task and get some stuff going. And I'm really trying to get a bunch of content out, hopefully soon. Um, not to not to get into uh my own YouTube stuff, whatever. Not that it matters at all, but I'm trying to rack up the rest of my watch hours so I can get monetized and make a couple bucks. Um, and I'm only about 80 watch hours away. So anybody that watches this live and any of my other videos, you're all helping me out to get to there. So about 82 watch hours short. So yeah, you're definitely right, Adam. It's nice when you get a couple weeks ahead on content. So if you're putting out videos on a Thursday or a Friday or something, you're a week or two ahead, so you have time to work on the next one. But it isn't easy to get there. It isn't easy to get enough content going, especially if you're working on a project, to get going enough, get enough stuff in a video, and then do enough more things to put a video together before, excuse me, before it's time to put another video together. Yeah, 80 isn't far away at all. Not far at all. I've got a couple videos that are several hundred watch hours in just a video. I'll get to that in just a second, Scott. Smoke Ranch Garage says his editing department is crap. Yeah, my editing department is crap too. I don't edit. I don't edit much. I just kind of work on everything, do maybe a couple little transition things, might speed up a little bit of footage, but I just put it all together, make sure it's in the order that it's supposed to be, and send it. Scott, how do you know how many watch hours you have on your channels? On the they just changed it last night or today too, so that's where it gets a little funny. It's in YouTube Studio on your phone or on your computer. You go to YouTube Studio, and I'm sure you know how to do that. And then you can scroll down, and it'll say. It used to say monetize, now it says earn, and has a little dollar sign. And you scroll down a little bit, and it'll tell you how many watch hours you have. You need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. And the important thing is it's not just 4,000 watch hours, it's 4,000 watch hours within 1 year of time. Yeah, it does help Crash actually. Yeah, liking the video actually it doesn't statistically really do anything to my knowledge, but um it makes it so you can. Oh, the cat's in the ceiling again. It makes it so you can completely forgot what I was saying. Anyways, yeah, the liking on the videos. Sorry, I'm distracted by a cat. Um, it helps YouTube see like, oh, people are liking this. Maybe we should share it more. Maybe we should show more people. Yeah, Adam's trying to get me back on track. Oh, jeez. But I'll throw the link in there again if anybody wants to jump on there or not. Oh, you're fine, Scott. You're not. You're getting there. You're not a rookie. It takes a little time. Adam, did you get the little bit of the stumble out of the van figured out, or still working on that? I know that's been kind of giving you a couple of troubles here and there. I don't know if Walmart Nut 62 is in here still or not. Haven't had too much time to work on it. Gonna look at the coil and plugs. Yeah, that just that whole situation. I mean, we've talked about that in our chat thing we have and stuff, and that just doesn't make sense. mean, it's gotta be fuel delivery, but you've examined that a lot, or it would have to be electrical, which you've done stuff with that too. So, and timing. Hopefully you get it figured out. Red Eyed Patriot, how's it going? So, if anybody um, wants to share what they're working on or anything about the projects they got going on, definitely everybody's welcome to do that in the comments. And if anybody wants to join the live, there's links in the comments to join the live. Yeah, Adam, I mean, I coils have done stuff like that before. And if the plug wires are, yeah, I don't know. If the plugs or plug wires are just grounding out weird or being weird somehow, which would be unlikely, but it would maybe have an intermittent kind of, I don't know, it just kind of seems really kind of strange. Oh, you're all good, man. You're all good. We'll get somebody up here sooner or later. But yeah, we're getting some more people on, and once we get closer to 9 o'clock Central Time, it'll kind of pick up a little bit. Seems fine once it warms up and after you get steady RPM up. That's the weirdest thing about the problem that I see is that there are things that you can do to kind of fix it, but that it's kind of intermittent. I don't know. Maybe you know what I mean. Maybe you don't. I'm sure you get what I'm trying to say. You did figure out what high back bucket seats and console you have in your 82 C10. They're 89 to 92 Ram Charger or van seats. We've got aprons on the front. Huh, interesting. Somebody that has one of those trucks would probably buy them from you, and I don't know how expensive a 82 C10 seats are, but they're probably cheaper than Mopar seats. Might be able to make a couple bucks on those. Hey Brian, how's it going? Dust Devil Garage is in here. It's lunchtime for you. Lunch break, at least for work. About to say, I'll be an awfully late lunch. Brian, did you see the awesome posters that Adam's got? You need to get one of those for your shop wall. LS Swap Texas truck, pretty solid, just needs paint. Yeah, the Texas trucks, I've dealt with a lot of stuff in and around and from Texas. The seems like yeah, that's the poster behind me there, Brian. It's got the uh it's got the duster there, and if I can remember directions there. It's got the van up there. It's got welding there. It's got the 71 satellite that actually I used to own there. Got Adam in the van. It's got his logo, and it's got the great outline of Indiana. Then behind me, it's you guys can't really see on the bottom. It's got a couple of things here. Indiana National. It's got the Hoosier Garage, and it's got uh, Hook's Dependable Drugstore. It's like little advertising. Red-Eyed Patriot. When your dad was alive, he always talked about buying 72 Duster and build a 340 for it. Never got to accomplish that. Well, they're still out there if you want to try to go after something like that. Oh, you hope Adam joins us in the pits this year at No Name? Well, he was there last year, so we'll see. And Adam, you're welcome to join and just be hanging out in the same area. I don't know how you guys came up with that name, that Muscle Car Misfits. That's yep. Adam will be there. I'm assuming. I'm not gonna speak for anybody, but might have the duster there. Well, your dad's first car was a '64 Belvedere, white with black top. Really like to get one someday. Yeah, the '64s are not too terribly hard to find. I mean, it's hard to find a real solid one, but the downside is they don't really make parts for them. I'm not sure if they make any rust repair panels for those or not. Yeah, white and black is a good combo for car stuff. And they may make quarters. I don't think AMD does though. AMD hasn't even really made quarters for the 66s yet. They talked about it. They might now. I don't know. They might now. But I didn't think that they went back to 64, 65. Your mom's was a 64 Olds F85 Bird or Bird Egg Blue. Might be better aftermarket for them. Yeah, yeah, I don't know. That 60, I don't know GM stuff, but I know you get into that kind of mid early 60s and a lot of Mopar stuff drops off. As long as you aren't looking for factory 340 Duster, you can find the cars and the engines. Yeah, yeah. The the Dusters, I mean, it's getting harder to find a 70 through 72. Um, but they're still out there. I know where some are. 73 and ups are getting I mean, they're pretty much everywhere. That's a whole kind of redesigned front clip and tail panel and stuff. So you could clone a 70 out of a 73 and up, but it's just what do you want to mess with and what don't you? But the 70 through 72s are my favorite for the dusters. As the same with probably everybody. Last Dodge your old man had was a '89 Power Ram with 360 Holley factory TBI. Was a hoss of a truck. Yeah, those 360s when they're kind of set up right, they could be pretty good. If I was to build a small block, it would be 360 probably. I'm just not real good about small blocks. I don't know much about them. The only time I messed with a small block was a 340 in a CUDA, and I that thing just messed me up. Brian saying, "Isn't it crazy how cars are such a big part of our culture and we take family history into account when doing projects?" Yeah, it is. I mean, when you look at it, it is interesting how you can take, um, it doesn't necessarily have to be a car, but an object and compare it to, family like, oh, this person that I'm related to or whatever had this, so it made me interested in it. So hauled many bales of tobacco. Yeah, good point. Yeah. Yeah, they're important. All right, we got 9 people in here. Who do we got in here left? I know we got Red Eye, we got Brian, we got Hoosier, we got Crash, we got potentially John Cope still. We got Scott from Heaven's Mopars. We got Smoke Ranch Garage. We got anybody else? We got Mopar Nut 62 was here. I don't know if he still is. And then we had a TA Tony was in here for a while. I don't know where he went. Brian says, I mean, we build cars to remember lost loved ones. I don't know any other country that takes cars so seriously. Yeah, yeah, I can see that. Um, I mean, it's definitely kind of just important to how everybody's been. Some people some people look at things like, riding around in a car with their mom or dad or whatever and think that, that car, that moment, that time was just like the coolest thing ever. But there's also a lot of people that are just like, oh, yeah, it was just something that happened. So some people get it, some people don't. It's really hard to explain to somebody who doesn't get it. No, not a bad thing at all. No. Yeah, it's a lifestyle, yeah. I agree with, Smoke Ranch Garage saying it's a lifestyle. Um, for a lot of people, And there's no problem with this. This is just my point of view. A lot of people call it a hobby, and that's fine. It is. But for a lot of other people, it is a lifestyle. It's every day. It's no matter what you're doing, it's something you're thinking about or something you're working on or something you're doing. I consider it a lifestyle. Red Eyed Patriot is saying my first car was a, a turd brown 82 or no, a two door 85 Chevette 1.6 4 speed. It ended up in Louisville, Kentucky, and it's a drag car now with a 6.0 4L80E swap. Huh. On a channel called 859 Romulus. My Dare sticker is still on the bum. That's funny. Yeah, it's kind of cool to reconnect with a car that you previously had. No matter what has or hasn't been done to it by the time between the time you let it go and the time you found it. But it's cool to see something that you used to have and kind of relive some of the memories of it. Or at least just once you see it, you kind of start thinking, you think back. Evan Mopar saying, um, aren't we the only country that really had muscle cars and hot rods? That's a serious part of our culture. It is. The guy had it at LS Fest in Bowling Green, Kentucky 3 years ago. That's where I saw it again. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, even cooler to get a car back. Yeah, it definitely is. Kind of cool. A few years back, my dad didn't really care that much about it, but we found my dad's high school car that well, it was a 69 Charger RT that somebody uh that he sold it to a friend of his, and then his friend sold it, and that guy bought it and turned it into a General Lee. Like, about 5% of all Chargers ended up as General Lees or whatever the number is, probably more than that. But yeah, that's just what happened to that one. I almost kind of wrecked it. He took the engine that was in the car that my dad did several things to make it pretty quick car, and he said that that engine was too much and he detuned it. And that's just ridiculous. I mean, looking back, it was a lot more power then than it is kind of considered now. It was a 440. It was about we think it was probably about 425 horsepower. Crash is saying he bought his Roadrunner in '81 when he graduated. It was his first car, or first car he bought was 71 Satellite for $50. First car you drove was your parents' '70 Newport two door. Yeah, you've been Mopar through and through. I hope you can sell your Mopar parts. A lot of good stuff there. Yeah, um, like to sell it, like to get through it. Like, I mean, realistically, if I could snap my fingers and make it all go away, I would. But beyond that, it's not just about getting rid of the stuff or selling out of the stuff or whatever like that. It's getting harder to do business through eBay, which is where 90% of our stuff is. eBay is causing a lot of problems and making things very, very difficult. Scott says he'd love to get his, if I can click the thing, jeez, like to get his dad's '69 Charger back. He grew up in that car that he pieced together from a shell. Had a big impact. You blame your dad for your Mopar addiction. Well, if you gotta blame somebody, I guess I could blame my dad for my car addiction stuff, but it's not always just like a choice. I'll give you an example. There's a friend of my one of my dad's high school friends um, has so much stuff. Has Hemi cars and wing cars and Challenger TAs and convertible cars, all kinds of crazy stuff. Um, and the kind of point of that is he has a son, and his son just walks around the stuff, doesn't care, doesn't find it cool, doesn't find it interesting. Oh, Adam was saying that the duster he has belonged to Smoke Ranch Garage's dad. Huh, that's cool. Interesting how everything kind of ties together. You guys should bring a trailer load to Indy. I know you'll sell stuff. Yeah, you should try Midwest Moparts to sell. I don't know what that is, Crash. You wish you had your '72 Demon back. You sold it to help with down payment on a house, and now you wish you would have kept the car and now bought the house. Yeah. Um, my dad, he did some stuff with Chevelles and some G bodies and stuff like that, some GM stuff for a while. He sold I think it was a 70 Chevelle SS 454 4-speed LS6 car. He sold that to make a down payment on the house that I grew up in. And that car today would be worth a lot of money. Smoke Ranch Garage and Adam are talking a little. Let's see. See, we've got 9 people in here. Starting to get close to 9 o'clock. Once it hits kind of 9 o'clock, I'm sure some people will start coming in. Hopefully, that's hope at least. Once we get a couple, or 1, 2, 3, whatever people up here, everything seems to go a little bit more smoothly. Otherwise, it's kind of me talking to myself. But that's how it goes. Just me and the coolest poster I ever bought. Or I might actually try to get it framed. Just saying it would lay flatter. Otherwise, I'll have to just lay it out flat on something. Smoke Wrench Garage. It was a his demon was a 340 auto bucket console, dual snorkel scoop. Yeah, that's a good combo. Adam saying he remembers that car. Bucket seat console and A body looks good. So many of those cars were column shift. It was nice to see a four shift. And 340 is the best you could get in a body at least. Oh yeah, Midwest Mopar's Carquay. Yeah, that's no. They got some alright stuff, but nah, they wouldn't like to deal with me because I'd be trying to promote stuff constantly. Cat that bought it still has it in New Albany, Indiana. Huh. Well, at least you know where it is, or at least mostly. Yeah, it's a house you see from the interstate. Used to see it going by there in the driveway. His dad has a Hemi Cuda. Oh yeah, no, you're good, Crash. I know it's not a bad idea. It's just not really my thing. Punk never drives it. It just sits. Yeah, isn't that the worst when you sell somebody a car or something and then they just do nothing with it? It's like, I sold it obviously to sold it to sell it to get money, whatever, but you know, you'd like to see something happen to it. Yeah, it's not good to just let stuff sit. You had a 360 built by the guy that built your 360, Adam. Huh. Sounds like you guys kind of go back and forth, or maybe you're nearby or something. I'll have to subscribe to your channel, Smoke Wrench Garage. Let me do it right now. Alright, you just gained yourself a subscriber, Smoke Wrench. Oh, about 30 miles. Yeah, that's not bad at all. The guy wants to build pure power. That was his slogan, but he did it at all cost, even customer satisfaction and quality. Huh. Yeah, that's not a good thing to sacrifice. Customer satisfaction and quality. That's not a good trade-off. Yeah. Regardless of how good or mm, maybe not good you are putting engine stuff together, you don't want to make people upset. Not good customer service. Not in my opinion, at least. Smoke Ranch Garage, what are you working on for a project? And are you trying to get your channel going for no name next year, or you're not doing anything like that? Sad thing was you spent a lot of Fridays uh, running up there, spending time talking. He just got to where he would purposely not do it how you asked because that didn't make the most power. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's not a good way to be about stuff. It's great if you think you have a better way of doing something or whatever, but if it's not what the customer wants, then don't do it. You got Dart Sport and a 71 Power Wagon. Huh, 71 Power Wagon, those are cool. Yeah, he's needed some subs for No Name, yeah. You can get there. There's a lot of people that make it. Let's see what you had at the time of me looking. Hemi Orange Power Wagon too. Oh, interesting. There you go. Crash subscribe too. You got another one. Let's see. Oh, that's a nice Power Wagon. It's a really nice Power Wagon. Wow, low miles too. Now, just my opinion. Just take this with a grain of salt. Whatever. Do whatever you're doing. Whatever you're doing, you're doing fine. I wouldn't. And this is just me. Don't have to listen to me at all. But I would not waste time making shorts. They do not amount to anything. They don't do anything for subscribers most of the time. All they do is, in my opinion, all they do is give you a false sense of confidence because the shorts algorithm is vastly different from the long form content algorithm. In my opinion, the shorts algorithm is broken. Hey, Dr. Art's in here, Big Mike's in here. Huh, somebody must have just ended a live. Seems like whenever somebody ends a live, I get a couple people in here. Hey, how's it going, Mike? How's it going, Art? Yeah, the trade-off on shorts is terrible. Yeah, yeah. If you build a channel off of shorts, you're building on a broken foundation. They have a time and a place, but they should not be the majority of your content. That's just my opinion. People can disagree. That's fine. But statistically, they make no sense. Anyways, that's enough of me ranting about shorts. I'll just rant about shorts all night. Yeah, interacting in lives and communicating with people, that helps a lot. Like you mentioned, yeah. And once again, for anybody in here, there's a link in the comments, and if anybody wants to join up here and talk about cars or projects or whatever you got going on, or talk to people in the comments, you're all welcome. Yeah, lives are great for community stuff. Yeah, that's why I'm trying to get back into doing stuff. It just it helps. There's always people in the lives. The more people you interact with, generally speaking, if you interact with somebody or if you're commenting on their stuff or doing whatever, doing something back and forth with somebody, you're more likely to want to watch your stuff or you're more likely to look at their stuff and be like, hey, I wonder what this guy's got going on. I talked to him in a live. You're doing reasonably well. I need one more subscriber though. Somebody brought my attention earlier that I'm currently at 666. That's not good. Anybody in here, can anybody just go subscribe to Big Mike so he just gets rid of that number? Crash is in here. I'm sure he might not be subscribed. Crash, go subscribe to Big Mike. He's got Mopar stuff. Yeah, somebody in here. Somebody in here will get you there, Mike. You'll get there, Mike. You're on the road to 1,000 now. It was cool seeing you back at No Name. Wilburn's in here. All right. You'll unsub for a day to keep Mike at if somebody does that. Yeah, well, if you bring him back down, I'll just unsubscribe to him, then he'll go 665. But I think you wanna gain, not lose, so that'd be a little bit counterproductive. You're gonna be getting started on a 31 Plymouth before long? That'll be cool. I don't even know what a 31 Plymouth looks like. It's about 35 years before any of my stuff. Thanks, Heaven Mopars, I sub a while ago. Oh, yeah, Michael Breakthrough, he's got good stuff. He's got good stuff. By the time No Name comes around, he'll be on the other side of 1,000, I bet. Maybe more, I don't know. I'm about this far away from the next milestone on my side. Let's see. Check something here quick. Mike's still at 666. Somebody help him out. Somebody get rid of that number. Wonder how many car community YouTubers will lose to lost interest. Well, I wonder how many car community YouTubers will lose to lost interest, etc. Yeah, probably some. Or rules or whatever. Demonetization. You're close to sending me a 2023 clock. Don't worry about me, Wilburn. Hey, Chris.
What's up, Ryan?
Not much. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. How you doing?
Good. Just hanging out and alive.
Get anything done to the satellite?
No, I haven't done anything on the Belvedere today. Nope, not yet. I gotta go through and clean some stuff out. My big thing right now is I gotta do the welding by the battery tray.
Oh, was it all rotted in the fender well there?
A little bit. And right in that spot, I just gotta weld in a patch. And then from there, I'm ready to. I'll probably have to do just a little bit of body work around that area, just because of the probably slight welding, stuff.
Yeah.
Uh, but after that, I'm just stripping a little bit of paint from the engine compartment. Then I gotta pull the brake booster, wiper motor, and drop the steering column, and it's ready for primer in the
Cool.
engine bay.
Nice.
And I'll be hopefully. I'd like to order paint next week.
Yeah, you said
Pennsylvania Power.
you're painting
Adam
it
said,
white.
yeah. Adam says Pennsylvania Power right there.
Pennsylvania Power. You doing
Mike
a
says,
single stage?
yeah.
I'm sorry, Ryan. Go ahead.
Oh no, you're good. Yeah, I'll be single stage.
Yeah.
It'll just be easier that way.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I've actually never done base clear before. I've always done single stage.
Oh, really?
Big Mike says he's got a video in the works showing a new power plant for the Blue Goose. Yeah, people are looking at your stuff, Mike. Still at that number though. Base clear is easier, you pay more for it. Yeah. I've never done base clear. I will do base clear on a different car, but not this one. Base clear, you can adjust things more.
Single stage gives it a more authentic look. If you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Gives it the
that's what
physical.
it was from the factory.
Yeah. Just looks more authentic that way.
Yeah, I think I'm trying to remember. Yeah, it was a lacquer paint back then.
Yeah.
Have you been watching any of that Meekum stuff today?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
There's a lot of
Why?
Firebirds went across today.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of Mopar stuff too, record-setting stuff.
Wow. Price
There's
is
a
starting to.
oh yeah, yeah. Anybody that thinks the muscle car market's going down, don't look at the Meekum stuff because that'll throw you for a loop. Things are going up, if you ask me, in the Meekum from the Meekum auctions. But there was some cool stuff there. There
Yeah,
was a
Firebirds are
Daytona.
starting to climb.
Yeah, there was a Charter Daytona. I think it went for like 825,
Wow.
and a Superbird went for like 775.
Were they Hemi cars or?
Yep. I think the Daytona was an automatic. The Superbird was a 4-speed.
Yeah.
There were several 200 plus thousand Mopar stuff there. There was a
Jeez.
couple of A bodies. There was a I forget what it was. I think it was a 340 Duster that went across for like 60,
Hmm.
which is just baffling to me. I've never seen a Duster break. I've never seen a Duster break 30. The only A body that I've seen break 30 or 40 would be a Dart GTS.
Yeah, Adam,
Yeah,
vans
yeah,
are
no,
starting to go up.
yeah, no kidding, Wilburn. The guys who complain about car auction prices wouldn't sell their houses for what they paid for right now. Yeah, I got into it online on Facebook with somebody yesterday that I'll leave them unnamed, but we got into it a little bit. He said that anybody who thinks these prices are correct are drunk, and I said that was probably one of the stupidest things I heard today. And then he came back, and he's on YouTube. I'm on YouTube. He knows my stuff. I know his stuff, and he got pissed off and attacked me. So that was wonderful. Last year, red 71 Duster sold for 69. Jeez. You can't find Crash's channel. I don't know. Crash, do you have anything on your channel? I think you do. I don't remember though. The only thing you would want is a 60 or 62 Valiant wagon, and the wife already said no. Yeah, maybe one day. I don't screw up. I don't screw with anything 63 and back. And I would be hard pressed to screw around with a 64 or 65. Just because I'm just not into them. I mean, I'd take a 64 Dodge, like a 64 Polara. Those are kind of cool. And a 65 Cornet. Those are cool. I probably would want a 65 Cornet one day. But that's like number 30 on my priority list. A lot of other stuff I'd rather have first.
I like the 62s because they're so weird looking.
Yeah. Then there's
Which,
Mark's car, his 63. That one's all right.
yeah, that's a cool looking car too. They had some different looks to them.
Yeah. Yeah, my grandpa's first car was a 63 Belvedere.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Adam was saying that Mopar, in his opinion, got styling pretty figured out 67, 68. Yeah.
Yeah, they were trying to recover from the Virgil Exner years of all the craziness he had going on.
Big Mike says he's accepted that he'll never own his dream car, but that's okay. He'll still admire a Superbird. Well, if you get a 70 Roadrunner or Satellite or something, they make the kit, and it's still expensive, but it could be done. Just ask Scott from Heaven's Mopars. He'll tell you. You have a pair of 62 Valiants, one slant, push button, then you're bringing the 440 to No Name this year with the 5-barrel. What are you talking about, a 5-barrel? I don't know what a 5-barrel is. Maybe I'm dumb. Dad has a 62 Lancer wagon. Finding quarter panel is impossible. Well, I know 4 plus 1 is 5. I don't know what a... Okay, maybe I'm just not understanding it. That's fine. Yeah, ask somebody I know what a 5-barrel is. Yes, I know what a carb is. Yes, I know. There's no... I've never heard of a 5-barrel carb.
I think it One-Eyed Cat, it's a dual 4-barrel intake, and then you have a single barrel on it too, right?
What?
Yep.
Why? Huh. It's a 2.4 Offenhauser with a 4-barrel and a 1-barrel. Well, why would you have a 1-barrel on the one side?
No,
Hey,
Joe Dirt.
Joe Dirt had a cool car.
Joe Dirte.
You're telling me that you have a 440 with a dual 4-barrel intake. That one side you have a 4-barrel, and the other side you have a 1-barrel carburetor on it. Some sort of adapter or customizing. Talking about you have 2 different carburetors on a dual 4 manifold on one engine. I hope you're kidding, because if you have a dual 4-barrel intake and you have a 1-barrel on one side and a 4-barrel on the other, you're going to kill that engine. Your
There's videos of it.
your fuel distribution is non-existent. Oh, Chris left. I didn't make anybody mad yet, I hope. I'm just trying to understand, because I'm just confused. Yes, that is what he's saying. It's a dual 4-barrel. But it's got a 4-barrel and then a 1-barrel. Okay. Hey, if that's what you're doing, that's cool. That's fine. Just interesting fuel distribution. Hey, Roy.
Yeah, I've seen video of it, Ryan. It's different.
Is it what I'm saying, though?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yep. Yep. One-Eyed Cat, he's from not far. He's from PA here. I
Yeah.
think he's a little up north from me, though.
Hey,
Doc.
how's it going?
Good.
I kind of figured I'd confuse you on that 5-barrel setup.
Yeah.
No, it's my uncle's build. Said I got a pair of 62s. One's factory, 225. Well, it's not the factory motor. The last motor in it was an aluminum block, which is out in the garage. He took it out because he was getting a low oil pressure at idle. And it was like, he's 84 years old and still, tankering. He's like, I'm like, if you want to sell that, he's like, I'll sell it to you for $100. A complete aluminum block 225 for $100.
Wow, that's rare.
I'll take it. I'll take it. He had a 4-barrel intake for a slant, but he wasn't ready to give that up yet.
Oh, geez.
Well, that's all right.
Those
I
are
know
rare.
where he lives. Actually, it's a stop on the way when we go to No Name next year. I forgot what I was looking for. Oh, you want that 4-barrel run? Well, actually, I got it on my channel. It's one of my shorts. And saying it's my uncle's. It did have a 383, and then he got an RV 440 for it, and that's what's in it. So, and he had a Offenhauser 2.4 intake, and he didn't have the second 4-barrel, so he put the factory Offenhauser or the 1920 Holly on the back side of it. It runs. I'm curious what those pistons look like because I'm building another RV 440 for it, but I'm going to put 2 4s on that one. It's going to want to eat.
Yeah.
That's for next year. I'm bringing the 5-barrel this year so everybody can scratch your head. I've had it to Carlisle twice. I drive it everywhere. It's been on the road since I brought it home 8 years ago. Well, that's what it looks like when you wash it out front. Homemade Continental kit there in the back. It's hard to see from this. That's for weight distribution. Yep, that's name's Norm. I took the dictionary off of abnormal and it just fits. Oh no, I can't find that running or that. I got so many pictures, it's ridiculous. Videos. Oh, the motor out of that motorhome is going in the car. That's what I'm working on the heads right now. I figured that would be a good picture for, worked out. It's only got 11,260 miles on it.
Oh, wow.
RV, yep. We drove it to where a friend of mine scrapped it. It's like all I want's a motor training drive shaft out of it. I let him have the generator and he scrapped all the body work or whatever. He called me and we went up with a Sawzall because it was right down to the frame. That was easy pickings.
What'd you do? Just cut the body off of it?
Yeah, he scrapped everything down to the frame rails. Where the hump was for the doghouse. I forget what the date was, but they used like that at black adhesive. They wrote the date on the dash, before they put it all together. It was something.
Oh, wow.
79. Well, this 440 out here, it's one of the last ones ever put out. It was, supposedly they stopped
78
in 78. And this one's it's stamped 9/11/79. It's like, oh wow. That's as they quit casting them in 78. And this was almost end of September in 79 that this was put together.
Wow.
I'll take it. Buddy mine at work, he's like, hey, I've got an RV, $400, and he let me make payments.
Oh,
I was working factory, so you know. But it worked out. We got it we drove it 16 miles to where it got tore apart, so I know it runs.
Yeah.
Now, what are you doing on the heads with that? Are you going to do a little bit of porting on them?
Yeah, I'm just cleaning them up. That's on my channel too. I got 6 of the bowls done, and I was down to the last 2. I made a workbench upstairs because it's cold out.
Yeah.
I was settling in for another hour grind, just cleaning up where the valve guides are and stuff. Just it's like blowing your nose and breathing better. And
Yeah,
I just settled in, and the die grinder took off around the bowl, and that's like, oh my god, it just totally chewed up the bed. It's not straight anymore. I got lucky;
geez.
it barely touched the valve seats, but down there around the bowl, it's like, man, boy, it really dug in.
Oh, geez.
I got lucky though. I think a good lap, and those valves will go right back in just fine.
That's time consuming.
Yeah,
especially on iron heads.
Well, saying I set a workbench up there. I got overhead lighting. I put cardboard all the way around the back to keep all this shrapnel contained.
All right, we'll see you later, Adam.
That shit flies.
Yeah, see you, Adam.
But I got an old laptop up there so I can watch my No Name Nationals on YouTube or Jam. When you got that die grinder, you can't hear shit, so it don't matter.
Yeah. I burned up one of my die grinders doing the heads on my 454 because it's just a lot of work and a lot of time consuming.
Yeah, if you want to get some power out of that 440, you're probably gonna have to swap pistons.
Swap? You mean flip them?
No. There's no point in that. That's just a bad joke, is all that is.
And it makes the skirt slap against the piston walls.
Yeah, don't do that. I mean, you're gonna have to.
I was hoping just to put some kind of cam in it, but I'm not looking for a lot of power. I just want to be the last.
Problem is you don't have the compression to run much of a cam.
I know.
Is the big thing.
I got lots of room for turbos under there.
You
put the exhaust forward because there's no room against the firewall, so it's like the manifolds are just right. You look down in and you see both manifolds, and you got this much room, between that and the radiator. It's like, I know they can plumb some serious, or I ain't going to turbo it. It's just thinking out loud.
Yeah.
Problems with those 440s, though, is the pistons are so far down in the hole on those things.
Yeah, I'm curious.
One.
I just tore the heads off of it. They're both upstairs. I haven't really looked at the pistons yet. I got to check to make sure I drain the oil out of that thing. I don't remember
on that
the oil.
Yeah, on that engine, those pistons are about 150 thousandths down.
Jesus, that's crazy.
It's that bad.
Well, I was thinking about doing this motor for No Name this year, but I'm going to run the 5-barrel like it is. People's going to flip. They do. I've had it to Carlisle last 2 years. I drive it everywhere. Been to Ohio, Carlisle. Doesn't like the rain.
You driving it to the No Names?
No, I'm going to trailer it. That's almost 900.
Mike, you have a 71 HP 440. I wonder what the VIN on it is. My dad has a 71 GTX that would have had an HP 440 that the original one's gone. I doubt the original engine is around anymore, but you never know.
What for rear do you have in that? One I had.
I was told it's out of a 65 Coronet. It's a 245 gear. It's an 8.25.
Okay.
I'm surprised I haven't ripped it out yet as hard as I don't know. Maybe I think I'm hard on it, and I'm sure somebody else could blow it up. But all right. Don't mind me. I'm sure it runs lean in the back. The four barrel doesn't really kick into about $3,000. It highways real nice, you know. Once you break the tires loose, they like to eat, but you know, then they spin 140 miles an hour because of that 245 gear. Makes a great one wheel peel. But it bogs and sputters on me. It's embarrassing sometimes. It's, you know, it runs, so I drive it.
God, I have a 70 HP block. I have a 70 HP 2, was likely a 6-pack block, actually.
Well, I wanted to come on here and show you the 5-barrel there. So I'm taking it to No Name next year. I'm going to run it. I don't care if it breaks because I got another motor and tranny for it.
So this is the last hurrah for it.
Well, if it breaks, I'm not out anything. If it
Yeah.
don't, I'm still going to put this motor in and saying then I'll have that because that's the block that's in it now. It's a 76. It's an RV 440. And it's old and tired. You know, it's been in there for 20 plus years. You know, the seals are going. It's got puddles of oil, shows up on the intake. But
yeah, it's
saying when I pull the motor and tranny, I want to do the firewall and the tunnel, and because I already scraped all the undercoating before winter set in this year. Man, there's about 40 pounds of crap come out from under that car.
Yeah. Mike, it wouldn't have been, if it's a 71 HP, first of all, there is no sports satellite in 71. Second of all, there's no such thing as a satellite with a 440. So the only car that could have come out of as a 71 HP would have been, if it was a 4-barrel, would have been a GTX, a Charger RT, a Challenger RT, or a CUDA. And if it was a 6-barrel, it could have been all those things, as well as a Roadrunner and a 71 Charger Super B. But it could never have been in a satellite. A 440 never was in a satellite, unless somebody just put one in there. And 70 was the last year for sports satellite.
My brother had a 69 satellite, nothing fancy, 318. Did they come in copper?
Yep. They came in all colors.
Well, I wasn't sure about the copper because this was back in the early 80s, so you know, paint back then was still pretty good. But I didn't know if, you know, copper was a factory color or not. It looked great though, you know. 318, nothing fancy. You know, blow the motor up, put one out of a Volare in it. We just kept them running back then. Motor blow up and, you know, throw one in the trunk of the Buick and, you know, a pot of coffee and hang it from the tree. That's it.
Yeah, they were just cars back then.
Yeah, yep. And everybody had a tree in the backyard you could throw a come along on, or a chain hoist on. Seemed.
Yeah.
Yeah, yours probably was a sports satellite, Roy. The only way you can tell, other than the VIN, well, the VIN will tell you if it's a RP. RP, the P stands for sports satellite in 70. Um, or the grill is specific, and the taillights, I believe, are specific. They got GTX grill and taillights in sports satellites. And it'll have the little hockey stick shaped piece on the right side of the dash that'll say sports satellite, and it'll have sports satellite emblems. But if it doesn't have any of that, it was probably just a normal satellite. It would have sports satellite emblem on the quarter. I actually probably can look up the picture of it.
Oh yeah. Remember I was telling you about the great one wheel peel?
Mm-hmm.
You know, audio sucks on these phones sometimes. Where's it at? Come on.
Jeez.
Well, I said it makes a great one wheel peel, man. And the audio sucks because it's got duals out the back. It sounds pretty solid, you know.
My God, that's like almost a block.
Mhm. Yeah, sometimes I get a hold of it like it's supposed to happen. Sometimes I embarrass myself and it'll hiccup and sputter or whatever, you know, because I know the timing is screwed. I know the carburetion's all messed up, but it still gets me downtown on the cruise night.
It's
Yeah, that's
interesting
all that matters.
that Roy, your car has a Roadrunner hood sitting on it. It's not a satellite hood, that's for sure. It's got the holes for the hood pins, everything.
Made my own hood pins, bolts, threaded, just enough to go through the corners, and a nut. That's it. Just it's penciled into 150.
Hmm.
Well, my uncle, he retired from Ford, and you know he's always been a Mopar nut. He's been retired longer than he worked.
Oh, wow.
He worked for Ford for 33 years, and I think he's on year 35 of retirement.
Oh, geez.
Yep, and he.
Well, good for him.
Yep, it's the American dream.
Yeah.
Saying he's 84 years old. So, well, when we go to No Name next year, we're going to stop at his place and do an overnight because he's the one I bought these Valiants off of.
Okay.
It was his build, you know. Because I'd always heard about this car for 10 years at the family reunion because he's in Ohio and I'm in Pennsylvania, and the reunion's in West Virginia. I never got out to his house, but he was going to sell it to my brother, and I knew my brother was full of shit. So it's like, I'll be out in 3 weeks to pick it up if you're getting rid of it. I never seen the car. 440 Valiant 62. I looked up pictures on the internet, and it's like, man, that's an ugly motherfucker.
Yeah, they're far from attractive.
Wow, it's the face a mother can love.
Yeah.
But it grows on you. Then a couple years back, go ahead.
That's a 4-door, isn't it?
They're both 4 doors.
They're both 4 doors. Okay.
I was saying, I told Big Mike that because he let me ride when he took the hoopty off the trailer there last year. He did a lap around the pits, and he's like, "Come on, the passenger seat needs stronger springs," because he romped on it, and the seat almost laid back in the. Like, oh man, you need stronger springs on this over here. You know, a beta test. But I told him I'd give him a lap around the pits just to return the favor. But I don't know if he'll be able to get in that little 4-door. You almost got to you got to sit down, watch your head, and rotate. But we'll figure it out.
Now, do you still have the push button automatic in that, or do you have a shifter on the floor?
Yes, on the 440.
Yeah.
That's a Mustang shifter. It's automatic on the floor.
Okay.
First gear is just that bumps the seat. It's got a bench seat in it still.
Mm-hmm.
So first gear is touching the seat. I just slide my hand in the shifter, gives me second, and then I give it a knuckle for third. It's what works for me.
Yeah.
Some shifters are just set up real funny. Like in our 71 Roadrunner, it's got a pistol grip, and you put that thing in reverse or first, you're basically punching the dash.
Does it have the right shift handle on it, Ryan?
It's got the wrong transmission in it.
Well, does it?
It's got a
Didn't they go to? They went to the shorter shifter in 71, didn't they?
well
The shorter shift handle.
Yeah, the transmission that's in it is a it's a A33 4-speed, like it would have been from the factory,
Mhm.
but it's out of a 69. So the shifter position is more far forward.
Oh, yeah, because
Where
they
the-
use
where the
different
box mounts.
positions on them. Yeah, okay.
Versus on the later ones, I think it was pushed back like 3 inches.
Okay. Yeah,
Just
because
where the box mounts on the tail shaft housing.
Yeah, there's a difference in the tail shaft housings. Because there's a B body and then there's an E body, and
Well, yes
Yeah.
and no. There's 66, I think, through 70. And then there's 70 through 74 E body, which is the same as 71 through 74 B body. They have the same floor pan.
okay.
What has the same floor pan as a 62?
A 62.
Well, they say up to 65, but then they
Yeah, I don't know.
tell
I'm
you-
not
and they
familiar
only
with
want
them.
to show you a piece this big. It's like I can do that with the sheet metal I got out here.
Yeah.
Well, because I got the floors tore out of it. I had electrical issue because my battery's in the back and the ground runs all the way up under the carpet. So I pulled the carpet back, and it's like, this was at Carlisle last year. It's like, oh man, look at this cheese. It's had floors done in it twice, and it needs done proper. It's getting structural. So I got the driver's floor completely out of it. Got a pan made, and then winter coming knocking.
Yeah.
Saying I'm tarped out here on my concrete pad. I can get shit done now.
Well, Roy, it depends on the location. Yeah, good night, Mike. Hopefully you have a good night.
See you, big
Because
Mike.
the
See
B
ya, buddy.
body, the B body is
Yeah, see you, Mike.
there's 2 different generations of it. Well, there's many, many generations of it. But the 2 that we're talking about is 66 through 70 and then 71 through 74. 71 through 74, the positioning is the same as an E body. The 66 through 70 is different.
How versed are you on front suspension on that era?
The early stuff, not at all, really. But
I got disc brakes up front on this Valiant, on the one. The one's factory everything. And the other one, I think it's like a 72 to 76.
yeah, probably is probably is it
Something
disc
like
brake?
Yeah, the front are disc now.
Yeah.
But it's a different. It's the upper control arm and the pintle.
Yeah, the swap that was probably done is they probably swapped the later A body front end. The later A-body front end, beginning in 73, I believe, disc brakes became standard. So a lot of people use the disc brakes off of those cars and put them on earlier ones.
Well, when I order pads for it, it's for a 76 Volare because they got to punch it into the computer. you
Yeah.
know. But I'm saying I'm going to do that this spring. It needs the front end. It's whipped under there. There ain't a
Yeah.
piece of rubber under there that's happy anymore.
A Volare is just a glorified A-body, essentially.
Yep, grocery getter. I
Right.
gotta find a ball joint socket. Smaller than two. They're
It
like
was funny when I was watching Mecum earlier, and they had a 78, I think it was, Corvette or something on there. And they're like, yeah, from the factory, these cars were actually somewhat quick. And I was just laughing, and I'm like, yeah, all Dodge had to do was put a little bit of effort and put an engine into a big truck to beat them. Little Red Express, the fastest production vehicle in that year. Oh, I love that. Love how Mopar just didn't even have to try.
Uh-oh.
well, there's Jed. I was thinking of you earlier, man.
What? My audio was fucked up.
Yeah.
I couldn't hear
No, I
you.
said I was thinking of you earlier.
The fact
Oh.
that the first two words out of your mouth was "uh-oh."
Oh. Now we had chatted way back about, or come up in conversation about I need seatbelts for my Valiant, and I was looking for blue. And I thought you had said about you had a set of factory belts that were blue. We're
I-
like, we'll talk later, and that was 6 months ago now.
I should have them. I can go rifling.
Well, because I'm going to No Name, I guess the seat belts are required. So I hope they're happy with lap. Is it a lap belt or shoulder belt?
Lap belt should be fine as long as you shouldn't have to put in a 4 or 5 point harness if you're under a certain speed.
No,
They say as long as you use factory approved equipment and you're within a certain speed, you're fine.
no, that's just it. It's 62 seat belts weren't required. No,
Yeah.
it needs seat belts though, because there's nothing like sliding over to the passenger seat. It's just not fun at all.
No.
But I was it's got a blue and white interior. I was looking for blue belts. I could put a pair of brown ones in there, but it wouldn't look right.
No, blue would be the best way to go. And I got a whole box full of blue belts in pretty decent shape. I had stashed back. I gotta find them. We're gonna be moving here soon, probably. So
So you might, you'll come cross them in your travels.
yeah.
Oh, there they are. Yeah, if you had it, I'd take any blue belt you got.
We need to get emails exchanged or something so we can stay in contact instead of waiting on each live.
Right,
Yeah.
right. I didn't want to be too forward when you had offered that earlier because it was one of them nights.
No, it's this is one of those nights. I can't. Nothing's working for me right now.
No.
There, I don't even care. Fuck it. Hair, neighbors, police.
That's why I had the wife chop my hair the other day. It's like I don't have to worry about it. My shit looks like this. I'm bedhead all day. It's indestructible. The way it grows is the way it grows. If I need shampoo, it's time to get it cut.
So what I missed with this multi-carburetor conundrum.
Oh yeah, Don has a 5-barrel. He
It's
can
all
explain it better than I could.
Hey, I bought it off my uncle and it runs.
I'm curious. I can't figure out how to get my. There we go. My little
Well,
name tag is a little. Oh God! I guess I can set up.
Instead of 2 4s, it's a 4 and a 1. It runs pretty lean in the back half, but I'm curious what these
You had the same reaction I did, Jed.
Why?
because that's all he had. It's got the factory 1920 Holly on the back half that came on the slant 6 from the factory. See, it's all he had. He didn't have the second 4-barrel, so he adapted the one.
Yeah.
So he's 84 years old. He ain't buying shit. He's going to work with what he got.
I mean, if he can make that work, that just sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A
And
fuel distribution nightmare.
still runs. It's out here in the pad. I'm in the middle of blowing it up right now. Got the floors out of it. Boy, are they going bad. But here's a little one-wheel peel. I need to spin the tires if you can. So let me see what I can do.
Four barrel.
That's metal block in the front. It's an adapter plate. Throw 1 barrel on there. Too bad.
That's interesting.
I'm bringing it to No Name. I got another RV 440 I want to work, or I want something that sounds like it has a cam. I've wanted to build a hot rod my whole life, and here I am. And I figured the 5-barrel works, so I'll bring that this year, and then we'll compare it to this other RV 440 out here in the garage.
Yeah.
So I've had it at Carlisle the last 2 years. It's people scratch your heads.
Yeah, when you said 5-barrel, I'm like, wait, what is this? Is this some sort of rudimentary, like 1 barrel in the front, 1 barrel in the back, and a 3-barrel in the middle, or some kind of crazy thing?
Oh, I've driven it. I've had it for 8 years, and I've driven it ever since I brought it home. I didn't want to tear it apart because I knew it'd sit till it was back together. But at come time, I seen them floors at Carlisle last year. I had an electrical issue, and the battery's in the trunk. It's got a homemade Continental kit, by the way. Wait, it's for weight. And the battery's in the trunk, and the negative runs all the way through the passenger compartment and up front. So I was looking for electrical issue, and I pulled the carpet back, and it's like, holy shit, look at that floor. Swiss cheese everywhere. It had floors done twice already. I mean, he's got a Mustang shifter. That's back when, because he tarred all the seams. That's back when they made tar.
Yeah.
You can't chisel this shit. All you can do is melt it and you burn the car to the ground.
The thing that makes me nervous about that carb setup is that style intake ain't really going to distribute the best. So your front 4 will be running a whole heck of a lot richer than the back 4.
Oh, I know. I'm curious. I've never pounded it. I've beat it up a few times, but I'm saying it road trips just fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's freaking cool.
That's why we're here having this conversation.
It's
That's why I
definitely
said
unique.
when I heard that, I was just like so confused. I was like, wait, huh?
And I know the timing's off. I know the carburetors aren't even adjusted to any kind of. I rebuilt them last year on the kitchen table. That's where you do them, right?
Yeah.
But I ended up I redid them.
Brian.
Actually, runs better now, surprisingly. Actually, I took the 1920 off of the slant 6 variant. I switched the 1920s because this one had more spring action, to reset to 0 if whatever. But they don't run too bad.
That's definitely interesting.
Yeah,
And if it works, it works.
with a 245 gear, I'd rather do a standing mile.
Oh, Brian, don't say that.
What did Brian say?
God.
I can't see chat.
He said, "Union bathroom break time." Yes, I'm on Ryan's live with my pants down.
That's a horrible mental picture.
As long
It
as,
is.
Bring
as
up what we
long, as,
talked
long
about
as we
yesterday,
see
Brian.
from here up.
Should I bring up what we talked about last night while I was turning parts in the lathe?
I don't know. There was a lot of things said. Not trying to change the subject randomly, but did I send you a picture of this poster that I got from Adam?
No, but you are trying to change the subject. That's a sweet poster. I saw the photos. of
I was
that.
just got looking at us like that is pretty sweet.
Oh yeah, I used to own that car.
Ryan is changing the subject, everybody. He doesn't want me to talk about what he admitted he would happily do.
No, we're not talking about that on the
Well,
live.
what's he gonna do, Jed?
We're not talking about that on the live.
I'm actually in a really horrible mood. Just
I
so
know.
everybody knows.
I don't know how to take that, Jed.
Oh, it's the neighbor thing. But no, Ryan is, I guess, kindly requesting that I don't bring up what he agreed to do at No Name.
What are you gonna do at No Name, Ryan?
We're gonna not talk about that publicly on YouTube.
Well, Jed, I wanted to get your email. We can talk about it over there. No.
Oh yeah, I'll tell everybody else through text message where Ryan can't defend himself.
Oh, great.
I'll put I'll get a chat pulled up and I'll put it in chat for you, Don.
All right, appreciate that. I didn't know if maybe you had it on your channel.
Oh, I do. It's in every video description, but I'll make it easy on you.
And it's on his little channel about thing too, I think.
Yeah. Let's see. Pop out chat. And we'll do this. Okay. This is also for anybody else who watches this live. If you need parts, advice, anything, just make sure.
Yeah, I want to talk about a roller cam in the next near future.
Yeah, let me make sure no, I didn't even spell my email right. Whoops. It's kind of hard to tell people to spell it right. If you
Give me your number here.
Yeah. Let me just give up my personal cell phone number.
It's like we're at the club, you know.
Yeah.
Here's my real number. My name's Jeff.
Jeff.
Or Tom or Dick or Harry or. All right. For low compression. I heard that, Brian, about the whiplash cams. I don't know. I want just enough cam in this other motor just to know it's got a cam. I don't need, 500 horse.
Those whiplash cams are great cams. I love them.
Wow, that's just it. I'm about afraid to go to flat tappets anymore with all these, wiping out cams and lifters and this and that.
It's simple.
Get them hardness tested.
Just don't buy from Comp. It's that simple. Lunati, even though they're now made in the same building and basically just repackaged Comp cams now, if you put enough zinc additive and everything on your engine is right, you won't wipe it. I didn't wipe that Lunati in the Barracuda in that whole time I was sweating nails.
Well, I didn't know saying if, like roller lifters would be better. I know the money goes up.
If you buy from Comp, you're buying crap regardless.
I already wrote that down. No Comp cam.
Yeah, don't buy from Comp. So here's the expenses: is a cam. Obviously, the roller cam core is going to run you. The cam itself is going to be like $400. If you can find one that you can get reground by like Bullet, it'd be cheaper. The lifters are very expensive, and you don't want to cheap out on those. Parts most people forget about is when you do roller, you have to run a bronze gear on your intermediate shaft for your distributor.
Yeah,
you can't run just a regular steel one.
You can get the door gear put on. You can have a door gear or a composite gear pressed on, Jed.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can get just the bronze gear, but I don't know if I would trust a composite gear.
No. You can get a steel gear, like a composite steel gear, put onto the roller camshaft,
Oh,
like, and that way you don't have to run the bronze gear.
yeah, that is an
They'll-
option.
They do that for you.
Obviously, valve springs would be another thing.
Yeah,
And
I
then,
was
of course,
wondering that because I got a factory 440 RV 440. I was cleaning up the heads. Almost blew out a valve seat last week. I was danger close, man.
ooh,
I'd already had 6 of the bowls done in the first head, and I was, sessions are like an hour, hour and a half. Get in there, can't be in a hurry, got to be gentle. And I was like 5 minutes into it, and the die grinder just took off around the bowl, man. It's like,
oh,
God. Luckily, I was down deep enough. It just chewed up the bit and put a couple digs around, or laps around the bowl. But the valve seat I got lucky on. I figure a good lap on the valves and we'll be good. But I dodged a bullet.
Oh, the other thing is cam button. You got to set up a cam button because the regular flat tabbed cams, they have it grounded into them so they stay where they need to be. But on a roller, there's words for this. I'm out of it completely, but basically you got to set up your fore and aft travel on the roller cam, which I had to do on the Pro Stock. It's
all right. Oh wait, it floats where it's supposed to.
Yeah, where it stays steady.
Right.
I think it's like my machine has told me like 3 to 5 thousandths of an inch of movement, nothing more than that. So, I mean, there's a lot of little things, but
Well, this won't be till a year from now, so I'm not worried about taking a bunch of notes right now. But
yeah.
it'll happen. I want to clean it up. I just want to throw. I'm curious what the cylinders look like. 11,000 miles. They probably still see the hatch marks on it. Maybe.
Well, as long as you didn't spend a lot of time sitting and rusting, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Well, it ran, and then it's been indoors since then.
Okay, it should be fine.
Well, it's actually saying I took the heads off a week or two ago. I was sitting in the garage out here, and I couldn't believe how much condensation was on the head bolts. I thought it was oil, and it's like I wiped it off, and it was more wet than dirty. It's like, holy shit, I know they're porous, but holy cow.
Damn.
That's on one of my videos on my channel, Jed. You ought to go check it out and tell your friends.
Oh, jeez.
One-Eyed Cat 3072.
Am I not subscribed?
I have no clue.
I'm probably a horrible friend.
That's all right.
I haven't had time to hardly watch any videos.
Well, I've been trying to plug the algorithm a little bit. People don't know it's a car channel. It's like, I'm not a car channel. I'm a Don English channel. I do many things. I put out a video last week because late archery, well, it's over Monday, but we wanted to sight in the crossbows, just to confirm, ethical deer hunting. And we was out here shooting beer cans. We made a video of it. Pretty cool. Good times.
Jed, what would a set of 915 heads do on that RV engine?
A lot.
Yeah, you gain some compression. That's about it. So the RV will already have the good, decent sized valves. You're not going to gain valve size.
No, same size.
Yeah.
But you'll have a smaller chamber, so you can actually build a little compression with it.
Yeah, it's always better to have airflow over compression. But if you're not sacrificing airflow, then you might as well go for the extra compression.
Yeah.
Someone says Uncle Tony put out a video about cam.
Yeah, Crash. Odds are, if you watched his video on cams, you might have got about 3 things that are worthwhile of noting. Otherwise, you probably wasted about 15 minutes of your time.
Who's that? Uncle Tony?
Yeah.
Jed froze up.
Jed, come back. Oh no, he's gone.
He's gone. He's gone. I don't know what happened to One-Eyed Cat. He kind of disappeared too. Oh no, he's back.
I got
Ah,
horrible
good.
that tonight.
funny how we both left at the same time to come back together, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, what were you guys doing?
I was over there kicking the cat.
The one-eyed cat.
That very cat. She's over here. She's laying here like I got a mouse, and it's like, well, go get it. That's what you got cats for, right? It's
Yeah.
winter. Well, winter time. Mice like to find warm spots, so I'm hoping she earns her keep.
So Chris, just
Yeah.
because you asked that question about the compression ratio, I just put it in the calculator. A stock, plus or minus a little bit, but a stock
Mhm.
motorhome 440 is like 7.8 to 1,
Yeah.
roughly. And if I drop from 88 cc's, which is what they're advertised at, those heads, to 80, no, 79. Crap, yes,
I thought there was
79 cc's. It jumps that particular engine from 7.8 to about 8.5.
Okay.
So the majority of a point of compression, but different compression ratios will give you different things.
Yeah.
I got a set of 413 heads out here. I think they're only like 73 or 74 cc. But they're old, man. They need a lot of work. I ain't putting that much money into it.
Yeah, they probably
I'd be
need
happy to
some
put this motor
upgrades.
back together the way it is and be happy with it. I just don't want it to leak oil like this other one. Seals are shot. It's old. It's a mid 70s motor. It's tired, but it runs. And
We could probably cut down those other ones. The motorhome heads you could probably cut down. Take a couple thousands off them.
Yeah.
I wasn't planning on any machine work. That involves money.
No.
I've been talking with.
I got a
Man.
year and a half to worry about it. I'm not in a rush. I'm just worried about getting the front end under this and floors in it.
I've been talking with a machinist friend of mine a lot lately as far as obviously you got to get the geometry exactly right. You might have to modify an intake, but how much you could effectively cut off of a head on a 440 before it becomes
Before this becomes an issue.
Yeah.
We could always angle mill them too.
Well, that's the other thing too. Yeah, angle milling. If you cut them square, then you're just dropping the center of your bolt holes for your intake. But if you cut it at a slight angle, it'll give you a little bit more to work with. You still might need to kind of budge your intake, a little here or there, maybe trim it just a hair. But
we don't have any machine shops around here would even come close to being able to work something like that.
I've got some 906 heads in the shop that have a bunch of race work done to them. One of the things they did was they did mill the piss out of them to make them closed chamber.
Yeah.
They're kind of scary looking.
Are they? Thins them out a lot.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of material there to work with, but yeah, it's got a lot of work.
Yeah.
And their max wedge port, they got everything done to them, and they're actually probably beyond max wedge because they got some epoxy in the ports. But I mean, anything's doable. Enough time, enough money.
Yeah. Yeah, usually the general rule of thumb, Brian, is that when you plane the head, you got to do the intake surface so that you can match everything back up again. So there's a formula for that. For every thousands you take off your deck, you can figure out the amount that you're taking off your deck, and then there's a way to figure it on how much you're going to have to take off your intake deck also. in order so you don't have that issue.
I've always heard the myth, and there's some truth to it, but I ain't ever really dealt with it myself, that a 426 Hemi, doesn't matter
Mhm.
how much material you take off the deck or the heads, doesn't change it because the Hemis bolts are vertical. So no matter what, as you move the heads down, those bolt holes stay exactly the
Oh,
same.
it drops straight. I see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That's
ran into that
interesting.
I ran into that with just about every 426 intake you basically got to slot the holes, file them until the bolt holes line up. I sat there for like 2 hours on the magnesium tunnel ram, just filing those holes, all 32 of them, until that thing actually.
There's a bunch, ain't there?
Yeah. I guess it's 16
32.
on each side.
At least it was aluminum.
Oh no, it was
Or
magnesium.
magnesium.
Yeah,
That
you'd be
is
real
cast iron.
Yeah, you'd be really careful with those shards.
Yeah. Don't be in a hurry.
No, and don't start a fire.
It's all hype.
This might be a really stupid question, but is magnesium softer than aluminum? I'm assuming yes.
I actually don't know.
I don't know if it's softer, it's lighter.
Yeah,
It's definitely
Not
lighter.
by much, but
it's a lot lighter.
Oh no, it is a lot lighter. It's about
compared to aluminum.
not quite a third the weight, but it's pretty close to that. It's
It's not much lighter than aluminum.
oh yeah. I used to have at Indy, I'd have 2 dry sump NASCAR oil pans. One was cast aluminum, one was cast magnesium. And the cast aluminum, say it weighed, let's just ballpark it like 15 pounds, a lot of aluminum there. Someone pick it up, that's got some heft to it, and then you throw the magnesium pan at them, and it's like having a tissue thrown at you. It weighs like 6 pounds.
Wow.
It's
Yeah, I
really
think-
light.
One of the carburetors you top that tunnel ram with weighs as much as the tunnel ram.
One of my Gen 1 Dominators, actually, just that Dominator its own weighs more than the intake it bolts to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Makes it really top heavy.
Oh, I imagine.
Well, as long as you keep it in a straight line, you'll be fine.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna text. Chris, I got your number. I'm gonna text you this thing that Ryan doesn't want me to talk about.
No, he needs proper context, and I'm not sharing that here.
I'll give the context
No,
too.
no, maybe not.
Does he have to
Chris, you're
streak through the parking lot or something? Streak through the pits.
I think that would have been the nicer.
That would have been a better idea.
Do it after I go to bed.
We'll get you all shit faced one night and we'll have you take your clothes off and run around.
No,
Are we gonna lock him in the porta shitter and turn it over?
That would be fun. I kind of want to do that.
no, you guys could do that. You guys could do that to Marty.
I think we should do that to Marty.
I'm just an innocent spectator.
No, you can mess with Marty. Marty will take it better.
Marty will take it better.
There you
Well, at
go.
least one thing with Marty, we'll know it'll get all tuned up. So
That's true. He's short Italian feller.
Brian says the magnesium's harder than
Oh.
aluminum.
Well, Brian is a machinist. If anybody's gonna know, it'd probably be him.
Yeah.
I'm not taking a hammer to my magnesium intake to find out if it's harder.
No.
Sorry. I'd rather not know.
Yeah.
We'll just leave it to the stories and we won't make our own.
I guess that makes sense. Yeah, the screws on an airplane out of magnesium. Yeah,
You don't want those screws to catch on fire.
that's why planes burn so good.
Well, if them screws catch on fire, they got bigger problems.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, Scott said he learned something every day. Hey, Raker's in here.
Oh,
Raker
yeah,
Raker is
sure.
everywhere.
we love you, Raker.
Raker's like the #1 live stream viewer of the year.
He's been that consecutively for like 7 years.
Yeah. You need to come to No Name and we'll give you an award.
I think he deserves it.
Yeah.
I think, Ryan, I'm gonna do a video and I'm just gonna tell everybody where I live and be like, if you want to buy this house and this property I live on, come buy it. So that way you guys can deal with that guy over there.
That guy over there.
Yeah.
But I already got a guy over here.
Oh, Roy.
That's funny.
Yeah, Roy, I do have that 7 1/4. You got my number, Roy. If you don't, you can get it from. If you lost it, you can get it from Ryan or Brian or literally anybody.
Are all 7 1/4s the same width?
No, because there's A and E body, and I know they put a handful of them in maybe B bodies, so they would be different.
God forbid I
take
need
rear end.
saying the factory value it's running to 7 1/4. I hope I never have to put anything under that. The other one is a mixed match of everything.
Yeah.
You know, depending on when I go to the parts store, what part I need is what year I tell them. Oldest part in that core or in the car is a leaf spring out of a 48 Willys.
Huh.
He made a homemade traction bar. It indexes the frame over the axle, and then he welded a threaded rod so you can give it more springs so it don't wrap. Probably why the driver's side likes to do the one wheel peel compared to the passenger side. I don't know. This car has so many stories. It's saying it's all backyard, man, and you'll see it at No Name. I'm bringing it.
That'd be cool to check out. I like stuff that's like that's ingenuitive.
I got another motor for it, so hopefully if I blow something up, it's the motor or tranny. I'd like to save the rear gear, and you know how transmissions are, Jed.
Thanks, Don. I'm glad you brought that back up.
Hey, that was the first time I ever got stuck to the track when I was out there picking up pieces.
Did we get to meet at No Name? I can't remember.
I don't think anything formal, but I watched you drop it.
Dang it.
It's like, oh, all right. Saying I was out there, we was cleaning up. It's like I got stuck to the track. I knew you had to be careful because it'll stick you, and it was like, oh my God, Dallas had to pull me off.
Yeah.
It ripped the bowl off my sneaker.
Careful how you phrase that.
But yeah, good times, man. Yeah.
I got popular all of a sudden.
Everybody's messaging you.
I've had my phone in my office bedroom thing. I was trying to watch when Chuck and Larry, the Adam Sandler and Kevin whatever show. I was gonna watch that, and I decided, I'll come help you out, Ryan, because you were texting me. And I remember reading your message, and it's like, I want to know more about this carburetor thing.
I have one question, Jed. When you do this to Ryan, is his mouth going to be open?
That's up to him.
That's terrible context.
That's up to him. Because he tried to play that back on me, and I was like, listen, that'll never work because I'll make you so uncomfortable with goat noises and stuff that you won't know what to do with yourself.
Now you got my interest. Yeah.
You're making me look weird on YouTube.
I didn't even
look weird.
It's all right. We all look weird.
Why is his face getting all red, Jed?
because it was me, Anna, and my brother. All, I hate to use this frame of terminology, but we were all dogpiling on him until
Tag.
he caved.
Freaking tag teaming.
Yeah, the three of us tag teamed him together. He liked it.
No, I didn't. And then your dad showed up.
Yeah, and then it got really weird. Oh, hey Roy, I got
Oh,
Roy's
then it got weird.
And then William joined.
Yeah, then it got really awkward.
And then I left.
Well, you know,
What the-
Thursday night. What else you going to do? Thursday? Today, Thursday?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Tomorrow's my birthday.
Big
Happy
3-0.
birthday, Jed.
I
Big
hate
3-0, huh? No way. Did I guess it?
you did.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Well,
I turned. I don't celebrate. I'm not like, what is that, Jehovah's Witness or something that doesn't celebrate anything, but I don't celebrate anything. I don't do birthdays. I don't do Christmas. But yeah. I had bought a Bill Mitchell Hemi block for myself for my birthday, but it won't be here in time. So there goes that birthday surprise. Not that I'm going to be able to do anything with it now.
Nah, wait for nicer weather. Have the door open.
Oh well.
Oh, wow.
So
It's just cold.
oh, it's not that bad here. It's like 30
Actually,
something.
it's there around Christmas. We had that cold snap. Holy shit, cold snap.
Yeah, I got in the negatives here. That was not fun. The thing is, once it gets below 20, it really doesn't get much colder. It's just cold.
So how
Yeah.
crunchy is it out there?
That's
Yeah,
it
it's
here.
been pretty. The weather. It's been pretty warm here lately too. It's.
Yeah.
I'll take it. I'm hoping for an early spring anyway. I got shit to do out here.
Did you
Same.
get rain today, Don?
Yes, it poured this afternoon.
Did it? Yeah, same here.
Actually, we got Monday. Late deer season is over on Monday. So
Mhm.
today I was out. I moved my game camera and I sat in a tree until the rains came because it rained this morning pretty good, and then we had a dry spell till about 2:00.
Yeah, that's
I was out sitting in a tree, and it's like I looked at the radar. It's like, yeah, I got 45 minutes, And I looked 15 minutes later. It's like, holy shit, I'm getting the fuck out of here. By the time I got back to the car, it's only like 8 minutes to walk out. And by the time I got to the car, it was raining. I knew
yeah, it was pouring when I left work.
I knew it was going to come down in buckets, but holy shit.
It was thundering too.
Oh, really? We didn't get it.
Yeah.
Thunder and lightning.
Yeah. Yeah, I was outside. I came home and I went out, ran out to the garage, and I'm like, that sounds like thunder. I was like, good grief. So yeah, it was thunder. And I thought we were, because I work in North Harrisburg. And
All right. I'm in Williamsport, so I'm north.
Okay. And it just started to downpour around 3:00. It really just started coming down.
Yeah, it come across about the same line. But yeah, it just when it started raining, it started raining.
Yeah. It was pouring.
Yeah, I got a foot of snow everywhere, and then it actually rained the other night. So I woke up the next morning to snow everywhere, but a thin layer of ice covering everything.
Ah, nice.
That
Isn't
was
that the best?
That was a fun walk out to the barn. It's still
That's
fun.
what you get for living in Canada.
I live in Canada.
Canada. It might as well be.
Rob started
Minnesota.
that.
Hey, Mark lives even a little bit north of me, so
Well, Rob brought it up, so
How you doing, Ryan? Hey?
A.
Hey?
hey, Rob is closer to a Canadian border than I am.
Yeah, but you have Canada border below you.
Yeah, but that's no.
Waiting.
Actually, I got Canada here. It's about 190 miles north. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
I'm about 300 miles or so.
Oh, so I'm closer to Canada than you are.
Yeah.
So I was
We
kind
just
of
went-
picturing the world map, and it's like we might be on the 49th parallel here, or wherever we fall on the parallels. But, my brother lives up Buffalo. He's been getting screwed on snow this year. Remember
Oh
Oh.
that?
yeah, they got hammered, man.
Well, that one time they got like 5.5 feet. He got lucky. He only got 3. It's like, hey, only 3 feet.
Only 3.
Yeah, he's got a buddy with a plow.
Did you see the pictures of those houses up in Erie that were just encased in ice?
Yep. That's ridiculous.
That's
The wife
crazy.
was showing me. It's like that's right on the lake, man. Makes you wonder how heavy that house is right now.
Exactly.
I mean, ice is feet thick.
That's
You can
Imagine
see
what
the way
that's
it was
like when
blown
that
over the
melts.
roof. The way the icicles were sideways.
Yeah. It was nuts. I was like, good Lord, looked like the whole house looked like a glazed donut.
Yeah,
I mean, it was just,
Yeah,
I'm serious. Yeah, it was just
a
encased in ice.
a dirty glazed donut.
Yeah.
I'll be right back, Ryan.
All right.
It's crazy. So is Raker a GM guy too?
I think so, based on the name.
I'm just assuming. So we have another GM guy in here.
Yeah.
Well, don't sound so happy about it, Ryan.
What? Somebody said, "Watch out, kid. They'll smack a mustache on your face if you're not careful." Okay.
Anything's possible. Oh, Mopar.
No, Raker's all Mopar.
Oh, Mopar. I don't know. I was saying I was blessed with getting these Valiants off my uncle, so I'm a Mopar. Always wanted a hot rod. Now I got one.
Yeah, you got one.
Well, Raker, the SS in your name is a little misleading. All that castor oil? What are you talking about?
All that castor oil will do it. Oh, that was the medicine for everything back in the day. Castor oil.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need to move. Yeah. Yeah, I don't need to move south, Roy. Oh, the SS means south side.
Now we know. Learn something new every day. I was thinking SS2, Chevelle SS, something,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
74 SS. Okay, I'm in.
Yeah, Smoke Red Garage was guessing super stock.
Huh?
And is 74 the year you were born? Probably.
Yeah, it could be, but what do they call it? A little emoji thingy. '74, huh? I got that beat. Yeah, sorry to puzzle you, Ryan, about that 5-barrel, but
Oh, you're good. I was just
for interesting conversation.
Oh yeah.
It's like, what? It's like, yeah, you don't believe me? Here you go.
Oh, okay. You had a chopper. You had a 74 was the year of the chopper he had.
All right. Fair enough.
Roy says, quick trivia. If you could spin Tennessee vertically, it would cross into Canada. I believe that.
Interesting.
Smoke Ranch Garage says his dart sport was born in 74.
Trying to picture Tennessee. Is that on its central point or on its end? I don't know. Well, anyway, I'm just thinking out loud.
Yeah. Hey, Dean's in here.
Dean's cool. He's from the future.
He's from the future.
He's from tomorrow. It's
Oh, yeah.
it's tomorrow where he's at.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's from New Zealand.
He's the time traveler.
Yep, and he won't give up the lottery numbers either. Everybody's
Yeah.
asked him, but he won't do it. Ethics.
Riker was born in 70. I was born in 70.
65.
2001.
Wow.
There's no shame in that. I would have guessed about that though.
Yeah.
Not that I guess ages. Nowadays you can't guess ages. There's just no way. You see some people that are 50 and they look 75, you know, and there's other people that are 60 and they look like they're in their early 40s.
Mm.
Yeah.
And that's just God. Some people
Raker, was your chopper a Harley? I'm sorry, Don. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
That's all right. Saying I'm going to have to get out of here pretty quick. I was stopped in to say hello and throw a twist in your evening.
My cat has decided to join the live.
I see that.
Looks like he's ready for a haircut.
Yeah, she's fluffy.
Maine Coon or no?
Oh, I don't know. She's a mixed breed of many things.
I got a Maine Coon that her hair grows forever. We got to get her cut like twice a year. Yeah, it's about that thick. Any hairballs?
Yeah, not really. She doesn't really shed. Thankfully.
And I got the other one that's normally up my ass. She fell asleep over here looking for mice or something.
Crash, you
But
are
usually
62?
that's how I got my screen name, One-Eyed Cat. She'd be in my face, and that's all you see of the cats. The
One eye.
Yep.
Crash, you were born in 62 or you are 62?
Oh,
They have a Maine Coon. Is that a big cat, Don?
yeah, she's not monster, but she's, I don't know, 11, 12, 13 pounds maybe.
Mm,
Depends on if she has her hair cut or not.
yeah.
But she's about due to get cut again. Hair is just ridiculous. The vacuum cleaner can't keep up.
They love water, don't they?
Nope, this one don't.
That one doesn't.
Nope, she likes cardboard boxes and paper bags. And the cupboards. I had to literally duct tape my cupboard doors shut because she'll get up in with the cup, the
What are you doing?
cups and coffee cups and plates and this and that. Because when she goes up in there, there's no getting her out. You got to coax her.
Yeah.
You'll bring the whole shelf out if you try and drag her out.
What are you doing, you goofy cat?
Nice Raker. That's cool. Hardtail. I bet that's tough on the guts.
I'm going to leave mine sleeping. She can kiss my ass. She's always up my ass. I can't encourage it.
Got to creep away from her before she finds out you're gone.
Well, she's sleeping. It's like a child. You let them sleep while they're sleeping because you're going to have
Yeah.
to deal with it while they're awake.
Yeah.
It was like I come home, I'll come in the door, she's under my feet. I got to kick her out of the way. It's like, Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah, this one's being weird. She never just comes and sits with me or anything. She's just being nice right now for some reason.
I can handle that.
Yeah.
Mine's just completely up my ass. She's, sniffing my glasses and they're up here. And she has learned to lay on the back of the chair. When she does that, then I'm good for about an hour until she's ready for some more love. Then that's half the reason I started going on these lives because I couldn't reach a keyboard because of the damn cat. She got a flop right here. If I let her, she'll nestle in my arm with her nose in my armpit right here at the laptop if I let her do it. She's got to be touching me. It's ridiculous. I think she's mental in some capacity. But we tolerate it to a point. Sometimes I'll just let her get a good snooze in for 5 or 8 minutes, and I take her over and take her to bed. Put her over on the towel. But it's what we got to work with, so we'll be happy.
Smoke Ranch Garage, you have a good night.
Holy shit, 20 to 12.
That's what she wants. You're trying to eat my slipper strings. Stop it. No. Stop. All right, you have a good night, Roy.
All right, I'm going to have to scoot on out of here too, Ryan.
All right, you're all good.
I know. Saying I was looking for something to do on Thursday, and here we are.
All right. Well, we'll see you later.
All right, nice meeting you, Testa.
Yep. See you, Don.
Later, man.
See ya.
Good night, chat.
Ugh. And it was back to 2.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna get going here too soon.
Oh yeah, you're all good. And it would still be 2. We got 2.5.
No, is Dean leaving? Smoking Wrenches left. I keep forgetting you're behind me, time wise.
Yeah, an hour. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm in Central.
All right, Ryan. I think I'm gonna take off too.
All right, sounds
I'll catch
good.
you later. See
Yeah.
you, chat.
All right. Have any emblems that go on the front of a 65 Cornet? I don't think so. I don't think so, no. All right, let's see. So, who do we have in the chat? I got to catch up on chat a little bit because I've been talking to people and stuff. Yeah, Dean's not allowed to share his time travel secrets because the Men in Black said so. Yeah, it's only 8:42 where you're at, Scott. Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to get used to the different time zones, but I'm glad I'm in Central Time because it works for some people, maybe not quite so much for others, but it is what it is. It's Central, so it's, you know, East Coast, hour later, West Coast, an hour, 2 hours, depending where, and just kind of the neutral in the middle. Yeah, excuse me. All right, so what's everybody up to in chat? What's everybody doing or talking about or working on or stuff like that? Oh, and let me put that there as well. Anybody else wants to jump on here? Anybody's welcome as always. Oh, 5:43 p.m. on Friday the 13th there. Jeez. Yeah, you're like 20 hours ahead. 2019, something like that. Yeah, 19 hours ahead. Wow, that's weird to think about. Weird to think about on different parts of the world that it's just like middle of the day. Jason lives. That's funny. Ugh. What's the weather like over there, Dean? Is it warm or cold or what? Let's see. I'm gonna try to pull something up here. (60°F), 61 almost. Yeah. Yeah, you're starting to get everything lined up for the Super Bird. Hey, Joe. Drop your charger off to fix the leaking fuel system. Fix the brakes, replace all front accessories to line up. Nice. supposed to take a month and they now have had it for 4 months. Yeah, that's unfortunate. It's unfortunate when somebody gives you a quote on something and then they just take it and run, basically. That's not good. Hopefully it gets better. Hopefully they get their stuff figured out, man. Keep adding on things to fix. Yeah, I really kind of wouldn't trust anybody like that unless they give you evidence and a real true explanation on each thing that they say they have to fix and have to investigate further. Because otherwise, they're just wasting time and money. Yeah, that'll be cool once you get to work on that 70 satellite Superbird conversion. It'll be cool because you'll get to really show people kind of stuff about it. You'll now have all new front suspension, disc brakes, and radiator. Well, that'll be nice. Factory front suspension, or did you do an aftermarket kit? Aftermarket. You didn't do one of them aftermarket K members, did you, where it deletes the torsion bars? That's the big thing. Are the torsion bars still in place? Oh, why? Why? Okay, you still have torsion bars. Okay. I thought you were saying no, you got rid of the torsion bars. I was about to say never, ever, 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 ever get rid of torsion bars. Anybody who would drop a front suspension out and put coil springs in favor of torsion bars, I'm sorry, but you're an idiot. Torsion bars have ultimate adjustability, and you can do so many things with them. You can do anything with a torsion bar. The problem is you wanted it ratty and they want it nice. Well, that's where, if I were you, I'd be having a problem with the shop. It's not their car, it's yours. Yeah, you love the torsion bars. Yep, that's the way it should be. Like back in the 60s, 70s, they're always talking about uh how nice like bigger cars and Cadillacs, wow, they're so nice. They float down the road and they actually handle pretty well. Well, guess what? It's torsion bars. That's why. And what did Mopar do? They put them in everything. The only thing I didn't put them in is trucks and vans. They put them in everything from A bodies to B bodies to E bodies to C bodies because they were the best of the best. That's the best thing you can do is run torsion bars. Obviously, some things it doesn't necessarily make sense, but I don't know. If you put a straight axle in the 65 Coronet, the torsion bars will have to go. Well, if you do a straight axle, I'm assuming you're going for, drag car, race car, gasser-ish style. That's different. But in a factory car that's going to be driven on the street, keep the torsion bars. That's just me. But like there's all kinds of aftermarket places that you take the stock K-member out, pull the torsion bars, and put in a new thing, and it's like coil spring, and it's just stupid. Yeah, altered BIPS. Yeah, that's acceptable to me. That's fine. Yeah, I think some stuff had transverse bars, yeah. I'm not up to date on any of that stuff. I think that was like 80s or something. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff across the block at Meekum today. There was a Charger Daytona that was like after everything it was like 825,000, and the Superbird went for like 775, both Hemi cars. Trying to see some of the things that went here. I'll maybe try to get something up on the screen. There was a lot of Mustang stuff and GM stuff and all kinds of things today. Yeah, there was the Hemi Daytona. Try to find the number and it's not telling me now. And Hemi Superbird, they went back to back over $750,000 cars each. And they said that Daytona was one of the nicest restored examples ever looked at. And it was like appraised by Dave Weiss, I believe, is what they said. And my cat has decided to join us again. Stop it. But yeah, how's everybody doing tonight? Hopefully people are doing all right. It's getting a little bit later. If I get somebody else back on, I'll extend it a while, but if not, I'll probably shut it down pretty soon. I've been on for just stop it. Just shy of 3 hours, so I usually go about 3 hours, 3.5 maybe. Depends on the night, depends on how many people we got. Maybe don't breathe into my microphone, cat. I don't think they want to hear you breathing. All right. How many we got in chat yet? 10. That's good. Anybody wants to share anything about their projects or anything like that, let me know. You can share in the comments, or if you want, you can come join the actual stream, the live stream. I don't know what you're staring at. She's a little special. $11 people, 12 people. And maybe next time we'll get Adam from Hoosier Garage to come on and talk about his posters and stuff. If you guys haven't, definitely check out Hoosier Garage on YouTube. He's got all kinds of really cool stuff, a lot of welding and fabricating stuff currently. I think pretty soon he's going to be getting into some body and paint work on his green duster there he's building. Maybe some engine and transmission stuff too. I don't know exactly the direction he's going with that. I believe he's doing a 360 small block, so we'll see how that goes. A lot of really cool stuff on the van that he's done way back. Not like way back, but sure he has a whole playlist of stuff there. And then the 71 Satellite there, the purple car, that I actually used to own that car. Me and my dad used to own that car, and sold it to somebody, and then that person, Jim Bennett, happened to unfortunately pass away. And the people helping care for the estate contacted me as the previous owner and said, what do you want to do? Do you want the car back, or do you want to help get it to somebody else? And I hooked Adam up with the car, and here we are today. So that's how that goes. Brian's back. Another 10-minute break. I think I'm going to end in about 1 minute. It is 11:02, guys. I've been on for just shy of 3 hours. I'm going to cut it right at 3 hours. A little bit shorter than normal, a little bit short notice, but definitely thank everybody that stuck around and wanted to watch me and some other people hang out and have a good time. Hopefully, I answered some questions in the chat and stuff. And my cat joined this one. Not that that matters. It's just kind of random and funny. But anyways, definitely appreciate everybody participating in chat. It was a lot of fun. So I'm gonna leave it there, and definitely pending availability, I want to do this every Thursday that I'm in town. So definitely before we cut to the end, if you can like the video, that'd be great. But otherwise, I'm going to leave it there, and thank you everybody for watching. Everybody have a good night.